Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about IQST. This is a subscriber request video. Subscriber request videos are just videos that I make for people like you that subscribe and want me to check out your favorite stock. So IQST, I've never heard of it. Don't even know what it's about, but let's dig in. So far, I like what I'm seeing, but let's start with the charts first. IQST up 8%. I don't know where the floor is here. I'm zooming out. Let me see if I can get my rectangle tool. Looks to me like we have some support. Man, this thing, where's the bottom on this? I can't even find the bottom. I don't, okay, I guess the bottom is right now it's holding here. I can't seem to find a bottom because it's so volatile. It's trending to the upside. That's interesting. We'll see what happens moving forward with that. But if anything, you want to buy at the trend line when it comes down to the trend line. If it comes down to the trend line at around 20 cents, 20 to 22 cents is probably where it's going to touch the trend line. It's trending to the upside. Like I said, that's on the weekly, by the way, it's trending to the upside. That's very interesting to note. On the daily, it has temporary support right here at around 25 cents. So there it is. That's your chart right there. I can't seem to find a bottom on it because it's trending to the upside. It's trending to the upside, and it's been trending to the upside since June of last year. No, since May of last year. It's been trending to the upside. So that's very interesting. I'm liking this stock so far. I don't never heard of it, but I like a stock that trends to the upside. Let's see why it's trending to the upside though. Let's check out the financials here real quick. What's going on with the financials? Total revenue 2019 18.03 million. 2020 jumped up 149% to 44.9 whoa, 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 whoa. This thing is actually a company with growing revenues. Since 2019 up until 2023, it has grown its revenues from 1803 million to 144.50 million. Cost of goods sold is pretty high. That their cost of goods sold has stayed pretty high. That is a lot of cost of goods sold. That is pretty bad. Because if you look at the cost of goods sold, it's almost 100% of the for every, I guess, for every product they sell, they only make maybe like they make like maybe 5-10% of every product sold. Because if you look here in 2022, 93.20 million in total revenue, but the cost of goods sold is also pretty. It's 91 million. 2020, 44.91 million in total revenue, but its cost of goods sold is 44 million. You're seeing the pattern here. That's they have some high cost of goods sold here. They're definitely not profitable because this is not including operating expenses, which is actually on the low side. It's lower than I expected, actually. But I imagine it's still not profitable, right? Yeah, net income. It's on its way to profitability, is what I'm seeing here. But my goodness, that cost of goods sold is ridiculous. It's almost a one for one. It's like I sell you a hot dog for $1, and it costs me $1 to. It cost me like 95 cents to make that hot dog. So I make very little in terms of profit. But once you add the operating expenses, even though the operating expenses aren't that high, it's still enough to keep me from being having a positive net income. But overall, a better income statement than I've seen for a penny stock. That's for sure. I'm liking it so far, despite the high cost of goods sold. Assets to revenue, no, assets to liabilities, looking good here. No complaints on assets to liabilities. Yeah, that's about it. I don't see anything like this is actually the first financial statement I've seen that makes me go, whoa, I need to keep an eye on this one. And we just looked at the chart. It's trending to the upside since last year. And it actually drops PRs occasionally. That's even better because ultimately, what moves the share price of a stock? PRs. Without PRs, it doesn't, stocks just don't go anywhere. So let's look through these PRs real quick. They drop about Okay, they drop about 2 to 3 PRs a month. That's solid. We need PRs. A penny stock is pointless to trade or position yourself in if it's not going to drop those necessary PRs that send it. Without PRs, it's just it's going to go nowhere. Look at Iqst as an example. Without PRs, it goes nowhere. When it does drop PRs, it can move. IQST, a US based multinational, fully reporting and audited, publicly listed telecommunications and technology company preparing for a NASDAQ uplisting today, announced increasing its revenue forecast for full year 2024 to 290 million. Whoa, 290 million revenue. Didn't we just, that's going to be a bigger increase compared to last year. This is based on organic growth and the revenue contribution from the recent QXtel acquisition. Yeah, that is a huge increase in revenue. And they have another acquisition that's anticipated to close no later than July 1st, 2024. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Okay. I have nothing bad to say about this company. This is probably the first subscriber who sent me a ticker that's not absolute trash. This is actually a some. This is already better than this is better than Iqst. Holy crap! All right, I'm I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm like, whoa! What kind of volume does this thing get? Okay, it doesn't get a lot of volume, which is expected, but when it does get that hot PR, when it does get that volume going, it can move. Here it moved from 22 to 40. Yeah, that's almost a 50. I mean, that's almost 100% right there. This is an okay. I'm adding this one to my watch list now. Let's throw this bad boy into the watch list section. IQST. I'm gonna add it over here because that thing doesn't have a bottom. It's actually trending to the upside. It's doing the opposite of what ILIS, QIND, and all those other penny stocks are doing. It's actually trending to the upside, and it's been doing so for over a year. I'm gonna watch this one for a trend line bounce because if we look at the weekly, this thing has been trending to the upside. Buying at the buying at that trend line here on the weekly might be where the money's at. I'd have to do more research though, if I'm being honest, because I mean apparently they're uplisting, which you know how some penny companies are. They claim to be uplisting, but they never follow through. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. They on as of May 15, 2024, IQST was preparing for an uplist to Nasdaq in March 2022, 2 years ago. They announced it was aiming to uplist to Nasdaq in the first half of the year, which obviously I assume that didn't happen, unless IQSTL is something different. No, it's the same thing. So they have not uplisted to the higher exchange. They're still in OTC, is what I assume. Let me just check to make sure I'm not crazy. IQST. Yeah, no, it's what is it? It's in QX. Interesting. I've never traded a QX. I usually just trade pinks. So, anyways, this is one hell of a stock. Shout out to Cody with a K, Cody 36 something. I don't remember the numbers, but shout out to Cody 3680 or 85 or whatever. I don't know why people put numbers, but shout out to that guy. This is now on my radar. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. If there's other stocks you want me to look at that have similar financials and charts, I mean, I'm more than happy to look at them. Look, I only trade my basket of stocks, which is mainly ILIS, AITX. I buy when no one wants it. It gets a PR, it moves up, we take profits, rinse and repeat. Riot stock and so many other stocks we buy when it's at the bottom, and then we swing trade it, and we take profits and rinse and repeat. That's literally all we do. I don't really look at any other stocks until you make me aware of them. I don't touch them. And this one is probably one of the best ones I've seen so far. Usually people tell me to look at some garbage. That it's so garbage, it's not even worth making a video on, because what am I gonna say? Oh, it's trash. Sorry, I don't. What do you want me to tell you? Stay away from it. It's absolute garbo. like, like, no, seriously. Some people they want me to look at some absolute garbage. So,